see winners finals. I like to see amazing sets, so we're going to start things off here on Apocalypse for game number 1.
All right, let us get into it. So Sphynx, Reaper. Now, I feel like, obviously, if you are just kind of new and tuning in, yes, we do have the crossover skins for Eivor, who's, you know, part of the Brawlhalla Creed. But that is going to be over Bryn, who probably would have been part of the Creed as well if you
Actually, to be real, especially in that one, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
All right, starting things off already. Oh, you're going to get your jump sniper playing a little bit too much, trying to find that dare. Just ground pound. Say, go ahead, sit down.
Did you see that KO animation? Or it says the desynchronization. What? Attention to detail on these crossovers? That's amazing.
I love it.
Yeah, no, he's going to have to get synchronized on this second stock. Does immediately find it. Okay, high weapon toss right there, trying to keep that in play for as long as possible.
Yeah, taking not much time to find that sider KO, like you were saying a second ago. And not really, we haven't really seen like a display of combo starters or anything so far because it's kind of just been too early stocks that have disappeared. But Sidelight, waiting for a defensive option down and in, I think is what Reaper was looking for. But you're not going to get that too often out of Sphynx, who's got some decent patience while landing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, hold on now. It's going to get back down to the ground. So, you know, one thing that I was wondering about, like, if you had watched a lot of any of the last weekend, we had, like, several crosses, right? Mm-hmm. And so, they may not have been in these regions, but we did see quite a few crosses throughout the weekend. I'm wondering if we're going to get that tomorrow and Sunday as well. Because, I mean, I don't know about Southeast Asia. I don't feel like they're really favoring the cross action yet, but cross was all over the place and then in the later half of last week. Mm-hmm. So, very excited to see that right now, though. They're still kind of playing it relatively standard. I mean, Bryn's a character that you've seen forever. Mordex is also a character that's kept popularity for quite some time, for good reason.
Yeah, I mean, a good while there. We just had the Gauntlet takeover, just kind of running things. But coming back to really just put the work in, of course, you always have to pay attention to the side. That sidelight is going to take him out on the side there. But we, like you said, Mordex never really disappearing from the competitive picture. Always finding a spot on the podium.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and always find a spot on the podium and online. I mean, that pick rate is insane. So, uh-oh.
I don't know if you're going to make this one back here. Not going to get the reverse hit or recovery. Trying to go off to the side. Maybe wait for it to poke up ahead, but no. Good defense. Again, Sphynx just has really, like, good patience at a disadvantage, but the side air is going to finally take it out.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he went for the reverse recovery right there, because normally in that situation I feel like he got all the options out to kind of just go for a ground pound. And I understand ground pound on Axe can definitely be a little laggy, but it covers so much space too with the double spin, and especially if you get the jump right before it. So might have been a lot of more space covered if he was able to do that, but doesn't matter though. Still does find the stock, keeps it relatively even.
Could be one of those late game things where you hold on to that option later. It's like, okay, you've been anticipating this, and I condition you out of the idea that I'm going to go for ground pound.
Oh, yeah.
Could be looking a little bit into it, but right now looking for the NSYNC, not going to capitalize on it, send them over to the side. And Reaper actually wasting no time. Like that spot, usually I'm expecting the Mordex to swing. Oh, yeah. Like, no, I'm just going to walk right on. Don't worry about it. I know you're not going to do nothing.
Okay, and speaking of swinging, though, he would not be able to eat another one. Oh, yeah, I was like, he would eat anything, really. He almost died right off the stage from the sidelight into the neutral sig, but the downlight recovery, or sidelight recovery, is going to go ahead and do the deal for him. So good stuff. The swap of the weapon is going to be enough to mix it up and get that first game going to Sphynx.
Yeah, this is normally the situation where we would look at this and go, okay, now we're going to find our way over to Mammoth Fortress. But reminder that we have a different stage list going on now. Things have changed up. We're going to go over to Apocalypse once again.
It is very refreshing, though.
It is.
Yeah, because, no, I mean, I've been looking at Mammoth Fortress since the beginning of time, so it was definitely time for that to kind of, like, it's a great stage, no lie, but sometimes we have a lot of great stages in this game, and we would like to see them.
Stage list just, like, change the meta shift up, too. Also, don't let it be you. You already had that first game where Sphynx ended up getting a snipe out on a stock off that ground pound. Don't go losing one that quick after that deep edge guard that you're going for.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, that's the worst way to do it. You get reverse edge guarded. You reach a little too far, and then you get pulled into the abyss. So, here we go. All right, Reaper. Oh, find a nice slide. I like that little read right there.
Ooh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, that was the one. He tried to do that on the left side, didn't work out, but here on the right, definitely covered way too many options. I think even if that didn't hit, he might have not been able to make it back anyway.
Yeah, I think the weapon toss kind of sealed the deal on that. Like, as soon as that was gone, you're down one jump resource already, so now you have to try and make something happen. That covers that. Well, deep in the red, neutral lights might end up taking it out. It's not going to be enough. Weapon toss forces you go low, and do you end up catching him off the ground pound here? No, actually goes for the recovery. Doesn't connect though, TK.
Yeah, it seemed like you saw him actually kind of put in the position to do that. He could have also went for the ground pound, but obviously if the recovery missed, the ground pound most likely would have missed too. So it seems like maybe he hit that down light just a little too early. and then just wasn't actually fully aware he was going to actually get it. So
Axe is in hand too, so if you mess up and then you get reversed on that, you're gonna feel pretty foolish after that, and that's gonna hurt you. That's gonna hurt your mental going forward. But Reaper, ooh, that's a big opener right there. Get some damage on and trying to catch a landing, but once again, it's like Sphynx has kind of mitigated a lot of the damage, like maybe 1 to 2 hits, versus what I think Reaper would normally get about on a 4-piece on someone else.
True. Wait, speaking of though, okay, kind of put himself in a bad position again. That's exactly what he did. Managed to touch the wall.
Oh my! Okay. I was gonna say, how did you even manage to get away from that? And the cider is not gonna be enough to get over. That was still almost an amazing recovery on the side of Reaper.
I have to give it up to Reaper's patience there, because he even saw the sweat beads, but I think he realized how much time it passed. And even though the sweat beads were out, like the air dodge came back just after the sweat beads showed up, so he didn't get like overzealous. He was like, oh, I see him, I gotta go in there, because that actually could have got reversed. So he waited for a long time to get that punish, and it worked out for him because now he's got the lead. Yeah,
don't overextend when it's not necessary. Like, you have a lead, it's still working. You still have a great advantage. You got the damage up, and it's still like it keeps going as Reaper finds another sidelight, just chasing now, starting to recognize where Sphynx is actually going for these dodges out of like center stage compared to off stage, because he's been doing great off stage, but in center, Sphynx usually jumps just enough out of range to avoid getting hit.
Ooh. Okay, oh yeah, I like that. Definitely waited out, and he was like, I'm not going to make it back. Let me go ahead and just get out of here. You have so much time, so much real estate to work with, though. You already got the man in red. It's going to be fine if you lose that stock. As long as you can get down here and grab a weapon as quick as possible, not let yourself get weapon starved or get combo to oblivion.
Yeah, especially because the next one was Axe, too. He's already deep in the red, so it's not like you need to work that much harder. Like this right now, waiting for the landing. White almost caught him on the end light. Not going to be able to get the hit, though.
Oh, I was going to say, he's kind of swinging right now. Luckily, though, he finally found connection, because a lot of whiffs going out before he finally found that D-light to go ahead and take that stock. But I guess that's kind of what you can kind of do when you're fresh and you know the next hit's going to be the one to take it out.
Yep.
So
that was 2 D-lights as well, because you saw the end light whiff before. It's like, okay, let me go for D-light to try and catch the landing. You already use your jumps, and when the first one whiffs, it kind of gets in your head. It's like, okay, is this going to connect the next time? It just stayed committed to it. That was really smart on the side of Reaper, putting it at 1 game apiece.
Oh yeah. And
did we see a switch over
right here? Yes, sir. We got the Koji out, another very common pick here at the upper echelon of Brawlhalla. You definitely see this character quite a bit. Maybe not as much as you'd see Bryn, but I do think that Koji definitely shown up last, in Australia because of Tiger, and then now you got Sphynx on the Koji. You say, Tiger might not be here, but he lives here in spirit.
Yeah, Sphynx had to switch it up a bit because historically, matchup favor-wise, Reaper is up 3 sets to 1. So. After you lose that game, it's like, okay, let me make sure that I don't let this start to fall apart.
Right. I feel like this is the type of time that I would like to see something swapped anyway, because I hate to see like the game, I'm down 2 game swap, because you're kind of betting it all right there. I'd rather bet on what, especially in this situation when you already won a game, I'd rather bet on my next character now, and if that doesn't work out, then I can go back to a character I at least knew I won on once.
Exactly. When the pressure's on, you get to go with what you feel the most comfortable with at the end. Trying to go for a deep play there, though. Reaper has been able to walk away from a lot of these edge guards that Sphynx is going for off stage.
Ooh, okay, well, not going to be able to walk away from that one. Sphynx definitely going to be out of that. Not getting a lot of damage here onto Reaper either, which is kind of a bad start here. I mean, because that was a definitive KO right there from Reaper. There was no way that man Koji was coming back. So Sphynx has got to make up a lot of ground here, and he's going to try to bet big on it. Yeah, he's like, I got to do it.
He said, I got you. Oh, you ground again? Let me do it again. Here comes the ground pound on the side of Reaper, but Reaper going to go ahead and catch that in air and just has complete stage control. D-Light not going to connect on it either, but at this point, it's just been fine. Weapon toss, though, that's going to force you to have to recover directly above and misses the slide off.
It's wild enough, too. I mean, I thought Reaper wasn't going to have any more resources for as far out he was, but he didn't even hit sweat beads on the way back, so he obviously still had his dodge, but yeah, man, almost everything else should have been gone right there, and Sphynx looking for a lower recovery. Reaper not giving it up, and now Sphynx, okay, is going to be able to slide by, but Reaper, okay, the little 2-piece right there with the weapon toss, pogoed, and you're out of there. Reaper looking excellent right now in this 3rd game.
Reaper not caring at all about the counter pick here.
Oh,
and so far, I don't know about you, but I haven't really seen a moment that has made me go, okay, the coach made sense on the swap.
No, Sphynx counter picked himself. That's what it happens sometimes, It's what the Smash players do when they pick Sora in the 5th game. Like, you're not winning that, okay? And now here we are with the Koji, not looking that great. It happens, but we can definitely go back to the character that you did win on a little earlier. The Mordex was looking all right. I think Reaper may have caught on a little too much, though, and you're going to have to bring something new to the table, but just not a new character, just a new I guess strategy
Yeah.
would be the better idea.
I
right
mean,
here.
you got to find something to win mid range because Reaper's kind of just been playing the counter poke game better than Bo with the spear so far. It's like every time that Sphynx is trying to find a D-Light or try to find. Well, now it's just all Sayers because it's almost one of those reaching moments. Reaper's just gotten a side light or the neutral lights like that once again, just for free.
It's kind of wild to say that too because of how like strong that. Oh, okay, pick up. He's going to go for it all up there, but not going to get too much. Even if he did, it was just going to be a side air, so wasn't going to get him off the top of the screen. But speaking of side airs.
Yeah, now you gotta go for D-Light recovery and stuff against Axe, which I don't think you're making this one back anyways. Weapon toss out, goes for the reverse hit. Oh, that was so close to getting the side stick to sneak his way right into the wall touch. I like the idea, but just like almost frames away from getting that touch.
Yeah, I think honestly, if he had just drifted a little, he might have been able to get bottom wall if he had waited just a little bit, because you can see how close he was to the wall here. He's pretty much mid wall. Okay, gets the jump. Yeah, I think if he went just a little further down, he might have actually touched that wall. But either way, Reaper put on the pressure. It was just he literally didn't even swing. He was just there. And this is what we were going to expect to see. The Mordex is back. I did win a game on Mordex. The Koji obviously did not work. Let's go ahead and go back to the Mordex and hope for the best.
Yeah, running right back to Apocalypse. So it could be a 3-1 in favor of Reaper and continuing that set count on these Ws and getting a nice comfortable spot on a guaranteed podium top finish. If they could go ahead and get another W here. So far, I haven't really seen Sphynx kind of show that changeup. I would like to see it, though, because I do like to see people adapt. But Sphynx has just constantly been outpaced by both the Spear and the Axe, primarily the Axe, though.
Oh, yeah. And so, like, at this point in time, I mean, he's got to figure out some good counter Axe play, but it has not really been. Okay, you know what? I was like, Reaper, get up there, bro, because that's exactly what he should have been doing. That would have been a wonderful stock, and it definitely setting a real big precedent in this fourth game to be like, yeah, I'm definitely taking this definitively, no questions asked.
This is actually crazy that this life lead is like so close right now, which might disappear in a second if another one of those dares connects, and that one's going to go ahead and take that out. You're not going to make that wall touch back, are you? Well, yeah,
Can we talk about this Reaper patience, though? He's just looming. He's like Batman, dude. He's just over you, just waiting for you to mess up.
But look, the name is playing out, okay? He had a target in line. It's like, look, you're on the list, and you're coming with me.
Yeah. He's like, the Grim Reaper says, you may not right now, but eventually I will be back.
Oh, he stole the sight. That's what it is. Like, yo, I'm going to need that back.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to need that back from you real quick. But it was so close for a good bit there. Like, if Sphynx caught a sidelight recovery read, that could have just taken the lead back. But once again, look at that patience on Reaper. Like, he's not getting hit by the weapon tosses. He's playing well. He's not overextending in Nucci. Might go down. Not even going to go down to the end lights. Finally goes down at the end of that at all. But at least Sphynx didn't take any damage. I am very surprised he didn't take any damage after that stock.
Yeah, I mean, with the way that these games have been going, like, I've been kind of a little afraid right here for Sphynx, but he's been playing a lot better on the Mordex. I think if you just kind of, like, erase that last game from memory, Sphynx is definitely keeping it close.
Yeah.
At least on the Mordex.
Yeah, definitely way more on the Mordex. And although that's a lot of resources gone, you got to get to the wall touch ASAP. Oh, wait, this is an opportunity. Weapon toss down, but the weapon toss up on the side of Reaper was so smart, and then gets the hit on the recovery to stop another D-Light ground pound that was so close to Sphynx taking that lead.
What talking about the way that they scrapping out there, though. And Reaper, great recovery, too. Didn't panic and start just mashing that, the recovery. He was like, I think my dodge is back first, so I can grab a little extra distance and actually throw a hitbox up above me, and that got him back to the stage. Good stuff to Reaper, but Sphynx almost turned that around to a great, to a game 5, really. I feel like if he would have got that stock, that was going to take a lot of momentum.
I mean, Sphynx looking way better right now. Just missed the D-Light command. Oh, wait, weapon toss over. This is a good opportunity right now. The recovery's already been burned. Weapon toss down, though. That was smart. As soon as you saw the wall touch, don't go try to challenge that Axe on his way in. Just let him rock. Does not get the read on the recovery, though. That's going to force him to have to land right in front.
Reaper, man, again, the patience, is up. He didn't actually go for the right punish there, but he did wait for the dodge. Could have, dropped the Sayer there, but instead was probably looking for a jump right after that dodge. Didn't get it. Either way, Sphynx, not too far from taking the stock. Actually gets the reversal Sayer.
That was so good,
okay.
TK. What happened that whole last stock? Triple dares. Every single time Sphynx started to change it up, we talked about Reaper's patience. The fact that Sphynx reversed that gives hope that there could be another game here.
Yep, okay, it's going to be able to live that, luckily. So we got Bryn with the kind of middle-of-the-road stats there, so wasn't enough strength to push this Mordex off of the screen. Will be enough, though, with the Sayer of the Spear. Swapping back over. We're going to keep the spear. All right, we're going to keep the spear. Now, honestly, I feel like there's no favorite weapon here for Reaper. I think both these weapons have been doing quite well. The impact of an axe when it starts going crazy feels so much like more impactful than a spear. That's all.
The main world where you start getting tilted by Reaper's spear is when you get double delighted or like so. He didn't go for it last time. Like last time, he went for the delight into GC delight, trying to go for a Sarah, but Reaper is just outspacing him, and he's just keeping this gauntlet play kind of irrelevant. Weapon toss down, Reaper's popping off.
Okay, yeah, no, Reaper said, my spear actually is crazy, and it may play like a kind of slower developed game because it's a lot of single hits or potentially like a two-piece, but for the most part, I mean, that would have been godlike. Didn't actually get the full finish. He is beating him down right now.
Yo, he's gotten so many combos off of that, but the recovery just misses on the side of Sphynx. Even though Sphynx keeps getting hit a bunch, still keeping his game incredibly close, just missing another recovery, TK.
I'm actually very surprised because it felt like Sphynx has really been just getting hit the entire time, but somehow he's got this relatively close. The colors aren't too far from each other, and both these guys are kind of one good hit away. Uh-oh. Speaking of, there it is. Or two good hits if you can find the combination of the D-Light to recovery. We're out of here.
Yeah, the top may have come off at the end right there, but the thing is, that was a lot closer than it was kind of worth. Like, go ahead, get your pop off, but my goodness, Sphynx made that entertaining. You're right. Every time we looked at the health, I was just like, man, Reaper's just kind of been beaten down on Sphynx for a bit, but the health's even. Yeah. Like, it was 659 to 618. That was really close.
I feel like if I just didn't look up, I wouldn't have believed that. Like, is he doing damage to himself somehow? Like, because like that man, like literally, he just got like 8-9 hits in a row, and then somehow we're both in orange.
Huh? I don't know.